video is based on our Cepac synthesis, from which we have drawn 3 themes. The first one undoubtedly deals with the ocean, care for our ocean, our home. The second one and the third one deals with the local structures of our church. So in care for our ocean, our home, God has created the world for humanity to find in it happiness to till and care for it. Laudato Si urges us to care for our ocean, our home, and to nurture our nature. We have heard and have experienced how human beings, due to their pursuit of money and profit, destroy the balance of our planet Earth. Scientists have pointed out the causes and effects of the climate change, the depletion of the ozone layer caused by fossil fuels, coal, oil, and gas that produces gas emission, contributing largely to global climate change, accounting for over 75% of global greenhouse gas emission and nearly 90% of all carbon dioxide emissions. Warmer temperatures over time are changing weather patterns and disrupting the usual balance of our nature. This poses many risks to human beings and all other forms of life on Earth. In our very own Pacific Island countries, commonly called PICs, we are experiencing erosion of coastal areas, flood, and more destructive cyclones. With the rise of the sea level, lower islands are increasingly going underwater, and this is now forcing the displacement of the population. Recently, seabed mining has become a trending topic in the Pacific Island countries. Although this industry is not yet operational, exploration of seabed in the Pacific has revealed that they contain enormous resource sites that contain valuable minerals that are high in demand, especially for new technologies. While some PICs have spoken out against the seabed mining because of the damaging effect to the ocean, which is the source of life and home for the islanders, others have called for prudency in putting in place legal and environmental framework to balance the potential adverse environmental impact of seabed mining against the value of the exclusive rights to and benefits from other living resources within the ocean. Another serious threat to the balance of the Pacific Ocean is overfishing and illegal fishing practices. Increased and more stringent legal measures should be imposed in order to safeguard ocean resources, which are depleted by the use of destructive ways of fishing in our ocean, which is home to a great variety of sea life and endangering the life of a great variety of species, thus creating an imbalance within the ecosystem of all the living organisms in the ocean and on land.
Our second theme is how does our community identify the call to be pursued, the way to reach them, and the steps to be taken, how authority or governance exercised within local church. So from the answers, one has the impression that most parishes lack a noticeable parish strategic planning. It appears that planning is left to the priest and pastoral council to identify the parish goals, and this can lead to the lack of participation in the church. Here are a few points that need to be addressed in order for the laity to have a meaningful participation in the church activities and spiritual exercises. Some noted that the lack of participation in parish matters is due to the lack of understanding in church affairs. This has led to a lack of confidence in participating in the church activity. The people do not know their roles in the church. Therefore, Education is seen as a vital element. Adult education programs, seminars, and renewal need to be put in place in order to enable lay participation in theological, canonical, and social issues. Some have reported that there is also a lack of communication within the parish structures, such as between the parish priest and parishioners, as well as among the parishioners. Accordingly, there is a need to establish and develop good communication between the people of God. Culture is vital, but it is at times an obstacle to honest communication. For instance, the value of respect. Culturally, the people are not expected to challenge the authority of leaders, thus the priest. These cultural inhibitions lead to the culture of silence that contributes to confusion and at times unresolved conflicts and leads to mistrust within the parish. Another noticeable aspect is the growing lack of faith. There is also a clear call to deepen the spiritual nourishment of the parishioners. It is suggested to enhance participation of all the existing groups in the parish, like parish youth, the choirs, through seminars, retreats, talks, and other spiritual exercises. Basing on the question number 10, how do we promote participation in decision making within hierarchical structure? Do our decision making methods help us to listen to the whole people of God? Numerous are the reasons as to why His Holiness asks the Catholic Church to be innovative in a synodal way that parishes are organized. In 1981, canon law provides some models, but needs to be reviewed and updated. There are various patterns of participating in the process of decision making within our Catholic Church organization. In the Catholic Church, the patterns is undoubtedly hierarchical and is now ineffective in some ways in helping the people of God walk together in their journey towards God. While other continents push for a new model, such as an ecclesial model, the PIC still feels that there is still a need for a leader, not authoritarian leadership, but a leadership that promotes dialogue, reflection, spiritual conversation, and discernment that should occur within the group. They believe that reparation and elaborate consultation should be done at the group level before the one in authority, a leader, takes the final decision. Still, the leader needs to process that information and make the decision according to his intellectual capability, following the inspiration of the Holy Spirit, in order to be tactful in drawing the group in accepting the decision. In the parish organization, the people believe in a shared administration, whereby the priest concentrates on the parochial, sacramental, and spiritual sides, and the lay people will look after administrative tasks and temporal matters. That's what they call co-participation in the mission of Christ. The priest or the leader also need to be equipped with organization skills, accountability, and transparency, and be able to draw everyone and allow participation of all without discrimination and prejudice. So from the synthesis, one feels that the level of communication is left to be desired. Church affairs is believed to be the affair of only the parish priest and the parish council. Now, there is a common desire for a more inclusive approach. The people want to belong and long for an approach whereby they are acquainted and trained for the business of the church. The parishioners want to be part of it and to know what they are, if they are accepted and listened to, and therefore have a voice in the church as they travel and walk together in faith and co-participate in the mission of Christ.